This recently buffed exotic causes an elemental explosion on every precision kill, but which weapons are truly going to dominate? Today we're going to go over the top 5 weapons to use with Chromatic Fire, and some perks that are also worth checking out. Let's jump right into it. Oh, and in case you missed it, Chromatic Fire gives all your kinetic guns an elemental firefly based on your subclass, with each subclass providing a unique effect. Each of these can be great in their own way, but the best two without a doubt are Void for its weaken and Arc for its blinding effect. This list of guns is in no particular order, so feel free to skip around until you find a weapon that tickles your fancy. Now let's talk about the must-use weapons to make this exotic unlock your 3rd chakra. For number 5, we have no time to explain. Okay, I have plenty of time to explain this one to you. I have made that joke like 10 times on my channel, and I'm actually going crazy. The No Time to Explain has a range of 36 meters and close to 0 recoil, making it the perfect long-range headshot machine, meaning you'll trigger tons of explosions anywhere all the time. If you're wondering what subclass to use, I'm going to suggest you go with Arc. Blinding explosions from a distance are going to keep stupid ass scorned crossbows from constantly smacking you in the face. Then you get to run one of my favorite setups, which is what I like to call the little guy build. Because you have an Arc Soul, and then you have No Time's Mini Portal, giving you 3 bullet streams constantly. Believe it or not, Chromatic Fire is not a horrible choice in PvP. With how strong No Time is in PvP, I think it's worth checking out. But if one explosion is not enough, then number 4 is the gun for you. Number 4, Ace of Spades. Hear me out. Double explosions. Ace of Spades has an intrinsic perk, Firefly, causing an explosion kill every time you get a headshot. So adding Chromatic Fire to the mix is a recipe for disaster. For your enemy. The amount of kabooms and kapows that'll be going off constantly would make Torg shed a tear. Plus, you can have the ultimate big iron on your hip with Memento Mori proc, turning every enemy into a pile of ash. With the recent handcannon buff and there being an unstoppable mod for them, I strongly suggest you try your luck with this combo as soon as you can. Plus, this is the second weapon on the list that would make a great choice for PvP. And believe it or not, I've gotten a Cloud Strike type double kill with the headshot explosion. And no, I wasn't recording, but I promise you it happened, and I promise you it was really cool. Okay, time for number 3. Number 3, Bad Juju. This gun actually surprised the out of me. Think about it for just a second. Bad Juju can constantly feed your super with every kill. Those kills spawn blinding explosions. Killing these newly blinded enemies creates ionic traces, which then feeds your abilities. So this ends up being an absolutely crazy Arc combo for an insane amount of abilities. And if Arc isn't your thing, then just play around a little. Any subclass is going to do great with Bad Juju. And honestly, I feel like Bad Juju doesn't get the attention it deserves. So I think it's time you say it and give this lovely combo a shot. Before we take a look at number 2, we're going to go over 2 perks you need to try as well. First, we have Firefly, which is the most obvious thing I've ever said in a video. It causes headshot explosions just like Ace of Spades. So use it. And next we have Kinetic Tremors. Honestly, I could say use Kinetic Tremor weapon in every single build because it's that strong, but here it adds more explosions. So do that. And with something like Hung Jury or Battle Scar, precision kills will come easy. So that combo will give you tons of AoE damage with little to no work. Now for number 2. Number 2, Wish Ender. This might be the most obvious choice out of all of them, honestly. It's the easiest to hit headshots with, has an absolutely insane amount of damage, and creates my favorite type of explosions. Big ones! Another massive positive for the Wish Ender is that it's actually insanely good. Probably the best gun on the entire list. And this is without a doubt the best barrier champion counter. So what's better than making them explode after you kill them? Nothing at all. Despite being so insanely good, it's kind of annoying sometimes. It can over penetrate, so if you hit a headshot, and that penetration damage gets a kill, you don't get your explosion. So that would be very annoying when you're counting on that explosion, but hey, this thing's a beauty and it's a must try when using Chromatic. I wasn't planning on doing an honorable mentions, but I just want to throw out a few extra ideas for people who like to switch it up. You can use Quicksilver Storm with no catalyst for barrier rounds and great damage, Thorn because it's fun, Arbalest because more damage per bullet equals better explosions, Forerunner for its consistent long range damage, and just try any other kinetic weapon you enjoy. Let's look at number 1. Number 1, Outbreak Perfected. Again, this is in no particular order, so please don't be offended. But man, do I love the Outbreak. It is actually the perfect weapon, and it has something way better than Firefly. It has my favorite little guys, Siva Nanites, baby! What more could you ask for? This thing is actually dominant with Chromatic, so use it. Not a suggestion, this is a requirement. In my opinion for Outbreak, you're going to want to go with Void. That way the nanites can access some of that extra weaken and deal insane amount of damage. And look, I'm so sorry, I'm just such a fanboy of this weapon. I just want all of you to experience this weapon too. Do yourself a favor, just run one of these combos as soon as possible, then come back and tell me I was either 100% correct or dead wrong. See ya!